This is Gerald over. It's about time to give you another simple example of like a demonstration how letters can be imagined and can be recognized in forms. There is a tendency of in all the letters, because they are balanced between each other, to give them a certain result towards a certain form, towards a certain direction, and towards a certain contextual balance between the elements that are recognizable. This is a system behind it. The system is there at the right. You can fall back on it, but I will just go to the results. Let's compare BARST, which is a crack. That's a Dutch word, but you will also compare it to the English word burst, like in outburst, and we will also compare it to crack. So here's the crack here, and it will be seen from these positions. We will use letters for it. The letters have a certain coordinating reference that is used in naming the objects. And the bar is, of course, we had it multiple times before, is this breaking open of a form, followed by a will focus on what is happening there. The R will connect all the references, so the references of the outside, from the outside, all the references which will be inside, all what is possible of bigger connections. So the bigger connections from outside and the bigger connections from inside are all connected, and it will continue to connect all them further. So I have B starting from the B, starting from where A is, so I have already two options, and I will go all the way to, so that I will make a context where my focus is. BARST will have this, bars will have this focus inside also. S is the effect that it will have, so where it will focus upon an area, where it will focus upon the effect it will have. The effect will, of course, become bigger as well, and we will focus on the differences that we will notice in breaking open. That is what it is. It's a breaking open condition, which is the crack, but the focus on the crack is slightly different than the word crack, and I will show you how it is. It is focused here on the crack, so you have you see that it is connecting itself into certain conditions that makes certain breaking points. That's what the R then does. It finds its breaking points, it's connecting breaking points, so there is a certain rhythm in all the fractals that crack apart. There it will find that rhythm, so that it can find where the cracks start to exist. And the T is really at the end focusing on where that exactly happens, and so where the full effect is happening, and it is a bit resumed in this image. So BARST, if you compare it again with this breaking open, you have it at that point, not just where it is breaking or broken open already, but also where it is broken already and shows itself as a function. So it is the formation, it focuses upon the formation of a crack, the whole process of a formation. And where you see, okay, here it is forming, here it is forming, here it is forming, these are little breaking elements. That is what is the BARST focusing upon. It's just focusing upon one of these parts where you have that function that something is breaking everywhere. So it can be the small parts as well. Burst is with the U, so the U focuses not on the totality of the event, of the A is from all the cracks together, is the BARST is all the cracks together. Burst focus with U, not on all the things that are happening, but on what is lying, what is underneath happening. If you look into my system, you will notice that the U is a shifting of attention to what is changing, what is different, and what are the differences. So it will focus on the first point of its original, where the things are changing. So it will focus on that point, on the first point, where it starts to have burst open, actually, where the changes appear. There it will be focusing upon. Outburst, then in that way as well, it focus also from the starting point where things are breaking open in a certain time schedule where it is changing and so on. And the burst will go along that time frame of out, and the burst will have its complete focus on that outburst at the end, the T as well, also as a functional idea that you get there, that you know that you focus on that point actually where it's going to. The crack is a bit different. So if we take the same focus of burst, of the burst and the BARST, where the A is the focus on the totality, the burst on where it starts to exist and have a crack, is cracking open. The crack itself will also focus on the same area, but it will do it a bit differently. And I have it resumed a little bit here. So the cr is also going to all the variations that you have there, where you say, okay, what is really happening there? In which rhythm is it going on? Focus on that totality, on this whole breaking open. But it is focusing on the differences of what is breaking open by C. C is always about three differences. It compares these three differences on a surface, see what's happening and where it is connecting. And again, it will focus on all the difference. And then K breaks it open. So you have these watching what's happening on the surface, what is happening there, and where it breaks open also. So the crack is also pointing at the place where things are breaking open. It's just so the crack then indeed goes from these stages of R until you have a point where you see, oh no, here it's broken open. I hope these were enough as a guidance to figure out, where are the letters actually used and why is the focus of these letters used in these words. I went a bit quick. The images were not perfect. They were not great designs, but the content of where and why letters are used was expressed in this video, and I hope that was clear enough. If not, okay, just tell me. And maybe I have to redo this at some other time if it's not so clear immediately. Okay, try it yourself. So what are the options where it is connected to, and make something of it when dealing with the content of these letters. Okay, thanks again for watching. Bye.